To substantiate our life of faith, we must have experiences with God personally and rediscover His love every day, encounter Him every day. In order to realize the ideal of creation, we must be in constant communication with Him. We must understand that it is not a one-way pursuit. But God has much more desire to meet us than we have toward Him. God constantly lives with the heart and love based on His ideal of creation. He lives as He was in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve before the fall. And we must also build a similar intact and pure spirituality in order to perceive and meet Him. We bring God into everything we do and act with others in the same way we relate to God. Our earthly actions and habits should always reflect our spiritual standard, despite the fact that we live in a non-God-centered world and work together with people who, if religious, meet God only at Sunday church. This is because we must always remember that our life on earth is a preparation for the spiritual world to live eternally in God's kingdom. Our spirituality will not magically change in the spiritual world. We will have the same level of spirituality, heart, love, joy, happiness that we have here. In the spiritual world, people live and behave as they do here on earth. They don't magically change. We need to be healthy, both spiritually and physically. This is the best preparation for the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, we will live in the level that belongs to people like us. Even if we are in trouble, God is near us and cooperates with us day and night. He is our best friend. We are sons and daughters of such a creative entity. This is our precious treasure of treasures spiritually. But still we must never disrespect Him. So we will attract many good people from the spiritual world who will help us live and grow spiritually in the right way. The fall of Adam and Eve with Satan created blocks for God Himself to realize His ideal. Because of the free will, for us to choose whether to live a life with God's standard or Satan's. All of society's problems and cravings to seek things such as drugs, smoking, alcohol, sex, playing sports, hobbies, vacations, etc., are ultimately the result of seeking something. People, no matter how beautiful and smiling they are, have spiritually empty hearts because they are empty of God's true love, and people seek new objects of love every day, even in the shopping mania of cell phones, computers and video games, and so we live an artificial life, not a real spiritual life, though material things cannot bring us closer to the life God would like us to live spiritually and the people He would like us to become. Above all, they cannot and will never replace God or compensate for Him. It's like in the movie The Firm with Tom Cruise, when his wife tells him, All the hundreds of millions of dollars and Mercedes can never replace the fact that you have a brother in prison and a mother living in a trailer you pretend you don't have. So what's the use of us owning the whole world while pretending we have no spiritual life and growth to live?